Tudo bom, pessoal? Hoje a gente vai começar uma nova série aqui no canal. Eu vou vir com os jogos que foram indicados para o Goty nos melhores jogos do ano de 2019 e vou fazer um vídeo por semana para cada jogo que saiu para o PC, no caso. Então, o primeiro é o Melhores Jogos. Vamos ver. Vou começar aqui uma história.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists will have to drift out here forever just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Bem, aqui a gente vai começar moldando o nosso personagem. Várias opções aqui: força, destreza, inteligência, percepção, charme, temperamento. Vai aqui adicionando o que a gente achar melhor. Aqui mais força, inteligência, charme. Agora as habilidades. Armas brancas.
I bet you're vicious with a tossball stick.
Diálogo, a tecnologia. Vamos botar diálogo.
I hope we haven't lost that silver tongue to frostbite.
Aptidão. Vou botar aqui eletricista.
I wonder how many volts you've taken to the brain.
Agora aqui a gente pode personalizar aqui a face, né? Vou botar aqui homem. Pelo cor, olhos, sobrancelha. Aumentar os olhos, muita opção. Eu não vou demorar aqui, que não é o foco do vídeo, mas tem bastante opção. Tem os cortes de cabelo. Vou deixar isso aqui. Coloração. Bacana. Asterisco. Cicatrizinha. Aqui. Uma rugazinha. Vamos lá. Vou botar aqui Bob. É o resumo.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Terra 2.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 20%. Skip drive.
Shit.
Inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck! Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you. Should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
É isso aí, pessoal. Esse aqui é o game, então. A parte gráfica tá bem bonita. Olha esse céu. Legal. Já começa Fazendo besteira, né? Acho que eu caí em cima do cara errado. Eu matei o cara que ia me ajudar. Vamos lá. Os comandos. Grama. Medidor de percepção.
Now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Efeito colateral já. Já tá fumado. Olha os bichinhos.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Investigating an illegally grounded ship. All spacecraft must arrive and depart from authorized landing pads. That's board law, that is. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Beleza. A gente tem que passar ali, né?
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell?
Dilatação temporal tática. No efeito. Aperte o quê? Hack de arrombamento. Para saquear. A ambientação é muito bem feita. Muito bonito mesmo. A parte gráfica tá caprichada. A movimentação também tá suave. Aqui não.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed! Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech! Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he? Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some. You think? Most marauders can't even talk. But criminals do attract other criminals by their own nature. You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go. I'm gonna get in their face! You're gonna suffer!
Bacana que os diálogos têm uma sátira e tal, bem legal. Aqui na nave. Aqui.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. Gesture procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarded parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Morreu.
I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. The settlement of Edgewater is located nearby. I recommend speaking to the administrator of Edgewater and requesting assistance. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Olha como uma mentirazinha, né? Pra seguir pela estrada. O caso tá ali. Líder do vilarejo. Saqueador. Matou um ali. Headshot. Filho da mãe. E pessoal, mesmo não sendo muito o tipo de jogo que eu gosto de jogar, eu tô gostando. O jogo tá me surpreendendo positivamente. Gostei muito da parte gráfica do jogo, foi bem bacana. Foi bacana as sacadas dela, bem legal.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Agora tem muita conversa, né? Pra quem gosta de jogo com conversa, é isso mesmo.
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know? Four workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Eu tenho missões aí pra fazer.
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Bora. O cara me colocou pra ser cobrador. Nessa cidade. Vocês já viram que nos jogos tem que mentir, não tem jeito. Enrolando as pessoas.
And your rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole cans of salt tuna.
Tem várias opções.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
Just keep working. Work 4 to 5.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
Volto. Soldado. Caramba, coloca esses bichos aí dentro.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Onde você seja chefe, taxas generadas.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Bora trabalhar, vai. Achei um. E galera, o joguinho é bem interessante. Olha, será que ele valeu para ser indicado para um dos melhores jogos do ano? O que vocês acham? Coloquem aí nos comentários a opinião de vocês aí. É legal, mas um dos melhores do ano. Será que não teve coisa melhor não?
The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters. Former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go.
Right.
And that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
My dad told me all about the plant. taught me all you knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Como eu falei, não falta diálogo. E gostar. O game é bom. Seguir. Pessoal, quem for gostando aí do vídeo, deixa o seu joinha aí, se inscreve no canal que não foi inscrito ainda, deixa seu comentário, coloque aí que vocês estão gostando, vocês não estão gostando, vocês querem ver mais vídeos sobre jogos nesse estilo. Dê a opinião de vocês, isso vai me ajudar a entender o que vocês estão gostando ou não, e o que vocês querem ver. Vamos lá, moça. Oi? Laboratório botânico. Bem, pessoal, é isso aí. Essa é a primeira meia hora de jogo. Já deu para entender um pouco da história. Já tem algumas missões para serem concluídas. Espero que vocês estejam gostando do vídeo. Deixe aí seus comentários, se inscreve no canal. Deixe seu like se você gostou. Se você não gostou, bota no comentário por que não gostou. Vou tentar corrigir aí. Ver o que eu posso fazer para no próximo você gostar mais. E é isso aí. Vou procurar agora o próximo jogo da lista para poder fazer um vídeo para vocês. Obrigado, valeu, até a próxima. Obrigado por assistir.